Good morning all. Today we are going to learn DDL commands in Oracle 10G. Now there are various DDL commands. As we have discussed, today we are going to learn 3 DDL commands. The first DDL command which we are going to learn, that is a create command. Now how we can create a command? What is the use of create command? The create command is used to create a table. Now in Oracle, this create statement is used to create a new table. To create a new table, what we should necessary for that, we necessary name of that table and define its column and data type for each column. Now what is the definition or what is the syntax for this? The syntax as given here, create table. This is a keyword which you have to use, and after that you should write the table name. While you are writing a table name, you should follow certain rules. The first rule, that you should not use the empty spaces. For example, student name. If you want to use these 2 words, you should use underscore. Otherwise, just use the student as a name. Okay. After this, you must give a opening bracket. In this opening bracket, you should write the column 1. Column 1 means which fields or which attributes you are going to use. After that, you should write the data type, and then you should write null or not null. Now what is, I already told you, if there is any missing is allowed, then you can use the not null. And if you want that it should not be empty, then if you want to insert there some default null values, then you can use the null. Okay. In such a way you can insert their number of columns. One thing you should keep in mind here, as you can see here, after the opening or closing bracket, you should use here what? Semicolon. Okay, don't forget to give the semicolon, otherwise your command will not be work out. For example, here it is given a customer table. Okay, just observe this table very carefully. What is given here? The table name is customer name, and in opening bracket we have written the first field, that is a customer ID. See how customer ID is written. As I told you that if you are going to use 2 words, then you should not use there any empty space. At least you have to use the underscore. The dash is also not allowed there. Okay, so you must use their underscore. After that, what is written there? Number. What we have learned in yesterday's lecture, number is a data type. In this data type, we should write how many digits you want in that customer ID. So it is given there 10. After that, it is written not null. Either you can write null or not null. Means it should not be empty. There should be at least any value. The next is written here customer name. In this customer name, here it is also given a underscore, and after this it is written here varchar 2. Varchar 2 means it's another data type which we have learned yesterday. And what is the capacity of this varchar 2? It's a 50. Okay, so 50 characters we can write for customer name. How many characters? 50 characters. As well as it is given there not null, means again it should not be empty. There should be any value. If you will keep empty, definitely you will get an error. Now the third, it is given here, that is a city. City also a character, varying character type. Okay, so city varchar 2 in bracket 50 means for city also it is given how many characters we can insert? Maximum 50. And last thing which I told you to remember, that is the command should be end with closing bracket and semicolon. Okay, this is what table customer created here. Now the next DDL command, data definition language. Its a full form is data definition language. Here it is alter table command. Now we have created table. Okay, and if you want to make certain changes in that, for example, in our table there are only 3 fields. That is what is ID of that customer. The second thing we added, that is the name of that customer, and the third which we have added, that is a city. If I want to add one more field there, or one more field in that table, then what we can do? We can use alter table. Okay, alter table, how we can use? The syntax is given here. Alter table, table name. Now in this one, alter table, you should write again table name. Then after that you should write add a keyword. Which keyword? Add. Then write column name and column definition. Means it's a data type, which data type you want to use and how many characters you want to use. For example, let us take an example of customer which we have created earlier in create table. What it is given here? Alter table customer. Okay, which table we want to modify? That is alter table. What we want to modify? We want to add a new field in that. That's why we used here add customer age. What we want to include the fourth one, that is fourth column or fourth row, that is a customer age whose data type is varchar 2 and it is having maximum character size, that is a 50. Okay, now customer age no need of 50, but it is given just an example. Okay, so this one more row will get added in customer table. Now the next, how to add multiple columns in the existing table. Now we have added only a single column, isn't it? If we want to add more than one column, what we should do? We should follow same procedure, only we have to give comma and then add the column 2, comma, then add next column and so on. Okay, here it is, we have added 2 columns. Which columns? Customer type varchar 250. Which type of that customer we want to know? Is it a regular or it is visiting only sometimes? Then customer address varchar 250. Means we have added here multiple columns. Earlier we have added only one column. Now we have added multiple columns. Okay. Now the next, how we can modify a table, modify a column of a table. If you want to modify and add, what is the difference? Add means we are going to insert a new column, but modify means what? Here we are going to modify or making a change in the existing column. What we are doing? We are going to change in existing column, that's why we are using modify. Now see what is the syntax for this. Alter table, table name. After that you should write modify. Before this we used add keyword. Now we have to use modify. Modify column name, column type and give the semicolon. Okay. Alter table customer, modify. What we want to modify? Customer name varchar to 100. Now can you recognize what changes we have made? If you will see earlier customer table, there we have used 50 as a maximum character size. But now I made it 100. So what it will do? It will replace the character size of customer name in the earlier table. One more thing you have to keep in mind, when we are adding only a single column, there is no need of opening and closing bracket. Just write a command, give the semicolon. Okay. Now here, if you want to add multiple column, as I said now, we have to follow the same procedure. If you want to modify multiple columns, you have to use only opening closing bracket extra with these commands. Okay, here it is given. We are going to modify customer name varchar to 100 as well, not null it is there, as well as we are going to add city varchar to 100. Here what changes we have made? If you will see earlier table, you will come to know that we have made varchar to 50. Instead of 50 we added here 100. Okay, this is what modify a column. How to drop column of a table? Drop in the sense delete a column, not a table. Deleting a table, there is another queries there. Okay, if you want to drop column, what we have to do? Alter table, table name, drop column. See here you should write drop column as a keyword and write the column name. Here which column we have dropped? Customer name. Alter table customer, drop column customer name. What it will do? It will delete the or it will drop the column whose name is customer name. Okay, so we have learned today this first command is creating a table. Second command which we have learned, that is a alter table, which already created, that we have altered. And In alter again we have learned 3 commands: add, modify and drop column.